Okay, so today I'm going to address the concept about parallel and perpendicular lines in relation to linear equation. Parallel lines, how do we know the two lines are parallel? And remember, parallel lines means we need to talk about two lines. So two lines are parallel when they will never meet. No matter how long you extend this blue line and you extend this purple line, they will never meet. Note that each line will have their own equation in the form of y equals mx plus b, right? Because they're a straight line. What about perpendicular lines? To be called a perpendicular lines, or they are perpendicular, when they meet, they need to create 90-degree angle. So like this line A and line B on blue and green over here, they are perpendicular because they meet in this coordinate, happen to be in the y-intercept, and they create a 90-degree angle. Again, line A will have its own equation, y equals mx plus b, while line B also will have its own equation, y equals mx plus b. So we're going to go deeper into each type of lines. So the first one is parallel lines. As you can see here, these two are parallel lines, parallel. And then let's see, because they will never meet, that means they will never have the same coordinate that they shared. As you see, these two yellow coordinates, this one here is the y-intercept for the blue line, and this one here is the y-intercept for the green line. They will never meet. So that means the first characteristic, their y-intercept are not the same. What about the m, the slope? Let's take a look at the slope of line B. How do we find the slope of line B? I'm just going to walk. So I'm going to pick two coordinates. Let's see, this one and this one that are exactly on the line. I'm going to walk from this coordinate to another coordinate by creating a 90-degree angle. That's how you find the rise over run. So in this case, I'm going to go down and I'm going to go left. I'm going down 2 units, so the rise will be -2. And I'm going to the left 3 units, so the run will be -3. So for the blue line, m will be... it's going to be -2 over -3. Remember, negative over negative is positive, so the slope of the blue line is actually +2 over 3. What about the slope of the green line? Let's do the same thing. So I'm going to walk from this coordinate to this coordinate, creating a 90-degree angle. Okay, remember, you can walk the other way around, making 90-degree angle, whichever you want. But in this case, I'm going down -2, and then I'm going 3 units to the left, and it's going to be -3. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, as you can see, for the green line, negative over negative is going to be +2 over 3. And yes, now you see that parallel lines will have, this is the second characteristic, their slope are the same. Okay, this is important. So keep that in mind. Okay, then we're going to move on. So I drew already here perpendicular lines. As you can see, the green line, let's call it line A, is perpendicular with the blue line, we call it line B, but the green line is also perpendicular with line C, which is the yellow one. We're going to address it one by one. So let's take a look at line green and line blue. Again, they're making 90-degree angle. You can see that they both have the same y-intercept. While green and yellow, they have a different y-intercept. This is the y-intercept for the yellow. This is the y-intercept for the green. They're still making a 90-degree angle over here, right? So this is 90-degree angle, but they have a different y-intercept. So y-intercept for perpendicular lines may or may not be the same. So just keep that in mind. They may or may not be the same. But let's take a look at the slope. Okay, let's start with the green one because that's our main line. Let's find the slope of the green line. Again, I'm going to try to walk from this coordinate to this coordinate, and I'm going to create a 90-degree angle. It says here going down, and we're going to go left. Going down 5 units, so it's going to be -5. And then we're going to go left 2 units, so it's going to be -2. So the slope, m, for line A, is going to be -5 over -2. Remember, negative divided by negative is +5 over 2. I don't need to write the negative symbol. Line A. Let's see the line B that is perpendicular line to line A and see their slope. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to go right. This has to be rise over run, so I'm going to go the right direction first. So I'm going down 2 units, it's going to be -2, and I'm going to go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units is going to be +5. So for line B, the slope m is going to be -2 over +5. Negative divided by positive is -2 over 5. Okay, so you see the slope of these two lines that are perpendicular. Notice that the first line, line A, the the slope is positive, and line B, the slope is negative. You can see immediately on line B, the line is going down from left to right. So yeah, the slope is going to be negative slope. While line A, this is your left and this is the right going up. So the slope will be positive for line A. That's why. You see the number. Yes, the number is the reciprocal. It's the flip number. So that's the important characteristic of perpendicular lines, is the slope is the opposite and reciprocal of each other. Okay, I'm going to make a summary right now. And remember, the y-intercept, it can be the same or not the same. Two lines are parallel when, so for parallel lines, they have the same slope, super important. And for sure, they will have different y-intercept. Now, two lines are perpendicular, their slopes will be the opposite of the reciprocal of each other. Example, line A is perpendicular with line B. If the slope of line A is 2/3, then the slope of line B will be, it's going to be the opposite, so it's going to be negative, and then reciprocal, so you're going to flip it, 3/2. That's how. Okay? Let's apply this on problems. So example problems number 1 here, line A and line B are parallel. So immediately you think, okay, their slope will be the same. Line A passes point 47. So 47 is a coordinate that A passes, that's the x and y. And the equation for line B that is parallel to A is y equals 3x plus 6. So it's going to be something like this. So this is line B, that's 6. And this is line A, they're parallel. So what is the equation of line A? That's the question. So we need to find y equals mx plus b for line A. What do we know? We know the slope will be the same. So we know the m for line A will also be 3. That's the slope, right? So let's just find the b for line A. How? We're going to substitute everything we know to this form. The y will be 7, the m will be 3, the x will be 4, plus b we don't know. So let's solve for b. 7 will be equals 3 times 4 is 12 plus b. Then we're going to isolate b. We're going to make b alone, so we have to cancel 12 by subtracting 12 on both sides. Then b will be 7 minus 12. It's going to be negative 5. The equation for line A will be y equals, what's the m? Remember, m is 3. It's going to be the same. 3x minus 5. Got it? Example for perpendicular lines. Line A and line B are perpendicular to each other. Line A passes the coordinate 2, -1. So 2, -1 will be the x and y. That passes line A. That line A passes on. And the equation for line B that is perpendicular to line A is y equals -5x plus 1. So the m for B is -5. Now, for A, because it's perpendicular, the slope for A will be the opposite, so it's going to be positive. And then we're going to have to find the reciprocal. We're going to have to flip it, but there is no fraction. Oh, just change this into fractions. It's going to be -5/1. So it's going to be positive 1/5. Yeah, so that's the slope for line A. Now we're going to find the B to find the full equation. How? We're going to use again y equals mx plus b, because that's the form we're going to use. Y is going to be -1 equals, the m is 1/5 positive times the x is 2 plus b. So -1 equals 1/5 times 2 is 2/5 plus b. We're going to isolate b, so subtract 2/5 on both sides. So b will be equals to -1 minus 2/5 is going to be -1 and 2/5. And if we put it into mixed improper, it's going to be -7/5. So the equation, final answer will be y equals, the m will be 1/5 x minus 7/5.